Hey, welcome back to a video where I yell about critical problems on the server that are never addressed or fixed ever. I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes of my life just absolutely rambling off a whole bunch of things that are wrong with Mega Skywars, and man do I hope they're worked on, but let's all face it, they're probably not going to be changed at all or fixed. This is going to be titled something like How to Save Mega. And you may be thinking right off the bat, man, I know exactly what he's going to mention first. Is he going to do it? Is he going to mention hackers? Is he going to do it for the 9th time? Do you think he's going to do it? Yep, I'm doing it, bitch. I was invited by Matic and a whole bunch of other guys, so thank you for the games. We had a lot of fun, didn't we? I was gonna kind of make this video anyways. I didn't think it was as bad as it is until I played for well over an hour, and drum roll please, we got 2 legitimate games within that hour where there was not a fly hacker or b-hopper, not a cheater, no, where there was at least one fly hacker or b-hopper. Let that sink in for a second. You play an hour straight and there were 2 games. The first game, I wasn't on their team, and they ended up winning because the warp command is broken, and when you invite someone that is in a lobby to a party and then you warp them again to make sure that they're going to be on your team, it does the exact opposite and puts them on a random team, which was what happened to me. The other one, I was just 3v1'd and died, so there's really no excuse there. But the other 35 or however many I played, it felt like I've been playing for 10 days straight with the amount of games that we played. Yeah, b-hoppers and fly hackers in every single one. Now, what really makes me so angry about this entire situation is that nothing has changed, ever. It's one thing when Hypixel completely ignores the problem and doesn't mention that they're gonna fix it or anything like that, but when they come out and they say that they're hiring new people specifically for anti-cheat and nothing has changed in almost 5 months, yes. The original tweets, and I'll show them here, you can see by the date, the original tweets from Simon were that they're looking for specific anti-cheat developers, and that was over 4 whole months ago, and it's only gotten worse since that point, which I didn't think was possible. Okay, quick little editing note. I realized the first tweet from Simon actually says that they will be opening a lot of job positions in early 2020, so I guess it's technically early 2020, kind of. But the second one also says in the short term, we will be posting a few critical roles, especially in the anti-cheat department. So I guess we don't really know what short term means. Is short term a couple months? Is it half a year? Is it a year? Is it 2 years? I suppose it's just how you interpret that. Short term to me in this context, I would think would be a couple months, which it's been, but I don't know. Back to the video. Again, I know that it takes time to hire people, but I would just assume that there would be tons of people willing and wanting to work on the Hypixel team. It seems like such an incredible position. It's the biggest server in the world. Man, Hypixel's bringing in more players than some AAA titles can. Monetarily, I know that they're not on the same field, but the fact that you have 80,000 people on your server at all times, especially during what's going on now in the world, and there's still nothing being done, is just mind-blowing to me. I still don't get how it's been literally years, and Watchdog is still just as bad. I just have no words for it, man. I don't even want to continue talking about Watchdog, because I've talked about this 27,000 times in the past 5 years. Okay, Watchdog hasn't been out for 5 years, but probably getting up there. Which brings me to my second point about combating cheaters. There is just not enough active staff. I know that they demoted a bunch of inactive staff, but that doesn't help anything. That just makes the problem worse. Even if they were inactive and sometimes came on or rarely came on, that's better than just getting rid of them. There's no one. So there's almost no way for you to avoid a b-hopper in the moment. He could hack for hours on end and nothing will happen because Watchdog doesn't ban them. There's no staff to look at a report. There's nothing. During the course of this hour of Mega, I had 5 active reports. All fly hackers. Nothing was done. Everyone jokes about the Watchdog report favoritism for YouTubers. Well, I can tell you, I think we're on even playing fields. 0 for 5. Now getting into another way to combat cheaters as well as speed up the game so that more people would be inclined to play and not wait so long is the time required for the game to actually start in the lobby. I think it is too high as of now, and there's almost no point in having it because by the time it gets enough players to start the game, the other game that's going on ended and everyone joins anyways, which means that there is a lot of waiting around. There's already a ton of waiting around in Mega if you die in the game and you have to watch your team play, but to add on like 4, 5, 6 minutes on top of all of that, of just standing in the lobby doing nothing, unless you're a super dedicated player, no one's waiting that long. All of the people that want to try out Mega and they realize how long of a wait time it is, they join and there's 10 people in there and they give it like 30 seconds and maybe there's 15, 20 people in there. They're gonna be like, oh my god, this needs how many players to start and I have to wait how long, I'll just go play solo. I'll play a different game entirely. So I think that could be adjusted. On top of this, it would be very nice to be able to dodge these cheaters. If no one's going to get banned for cheating, which has been the case for a while, at least you can dodge the cheaters by queuing into the next game, and hopefully that game starts before the cheater obviously will win the previous game and join again. The issue with that is that the games don't start, so you have to wait 7 minutes just to be hacked down by the same guy in the next game. I think it could be adjusted if there's a ton of people playing. It could be even lower if there's not a lot of people. Maybe you do have a increased wait time. I'm not really sure on that. I think if it wasn't a static value, it might help the speed of mega games. Now, another thing that I think could be done, this one's probably pretty controversial because a lot of people play in 5-man parties because they love winning the game and taking 30 minutes to win and getting 4 kills, but I do think that they should do away with a team size of 5 in Mega. I think they should get rid of the option to party 5 people because, again, there's a couple reasons for this. 5-man parties in Mega ruin the game, in my opinion. Realistically, if you're a 1, 2, or 3-man team up against a 5-man team, even average to above average players on that 5-man team, it's pretty much impossible to win. I'm not going to say impossible because there are ways to do it. But basically, Joe Schmo joining for the first time, he's not going to ever win a game because A, he can't be put on the team with good players because they have 5, and B, it's a 5v1 against Joe Schmo. Maybe if you're super new, you wouldn't mind it because you're trying to get used to the game, so you're like, oh, I died again, whatever, let's load back in. But if you're like a okay player and you've played a lot and it gets to the point where you're just constantly having to go up against the same 5-man team the entire time you're playing, that's typically when you just stop playing, to be honest with you, because you're not having fun. So I do think that they should probably limit the team size to 3. I think that's good. You can still play with your friends, up to 2 other friends, obviously, but it also gives everyone a chance. If anything, it'll just spread out the talent throughout the lobby so that you might have a couple teams of 3 that are good and can fight with each other, and it spreads out kills for everyone. I think that the game would just be a lot better and faster even if there was less stacked teams. I mean, I don't really see a downside to it. A huge problem that is also occurring at this time is the overload of players. Now, I know that this is kind of out of Hypixel's control because a lot of people are home, pretty much everyone's home playing Minecraft, and they had to go from a limited amount of servers and ramp it up as fast as they can to an amount of servers that will actually not lag the entirety of the player base. So recently, the lag in Mega specifically, and just on the server in general, I've said it 100,000 times, has been so bad and it's only gotten worse. And this one they actually have done a lot towards, and I think it was better today, but it was still very, very laggy. I mean, people were freezing in place, teleporting 20 blocks ahead. I would still not even call it close to optimized, but that one they're actually actively working on. At least they say so. Simon said that they ordered a whole bunch more servers, did a whole bunch more tweaks, which is great. So that one actually is being addressed because that one is critical, I guess, in their eyes. Cheating is not critical because at least you can still play the server and just get hacked on, versus horrendous lag where no one can move. You might not even play the server at all. And lastly, this one is pretty low on the totem pole as far as problems I have with Mega. But the map rotation, man. We were joking about it in my previous Mega video, but like, why are there 3 maps? Yes, they are 3 of the most balanced and best maps, in my opinion, in the game that they've ever made. But why are there only 3? It gets a little boring when you're getting hacked on every game and you're still seeing the same map and the same people hacking on you. You're like, well, there's just no diversity in this at all. I would love for them to add on some more maps that maybe they could vote on or something. I don't know, like maybe add in like even 2 more maps would help immensely. I don't even remember the names of them, but that jungle one was super fun. Ark Citadel wasn't that bad. I enjoyed that. It was a very cool looking map. Elven Towers. I'm kidding. The taco map, that was fun. I don't know what that's actually called, and frankly, I don't care. It was always taco map. Oasis. I'm kidding. Good meme, I know. Unless there's like a actual reason, if it's somehow tied into lag that you experience in Mega or something like that, I guess I kind of get it, but like there's no way to optimize that. I don't know, man. These are just some of my thoughts. I encourage all of you to play Mega, at least try it out. Try to see if you enjoy playing it. Personally, unless I'm talking to friends while playing it, it's really not that enjoyable of an experience if I'm being completely honest. I don't see myself playing a lot of it unless things are improved, which fingers crossed, but don't hold your breath kind of thing. To bring everything back together, I think Mega is a game that could potentially do well again, but so many things need to change before that happens. There needs to be more casual players that may be trying it out for the first time that actually end up enjoying it enough to keep playing. Right now, I just don't see a single player that's coming into the game, that's new to the game, and within a couple games they're having fun. I just don't see that ever happening right now. You can't have a successful game if it's only competitive players. It's just not possible. You have to have a casual audience for games, which means you frankly do have to cater towards a casual audience, or at least get them interested in playing your game. Why do you think it had so many people years ago? Everyone was casual. Everyone was having a great time. Even the people like myself and everyone in the community that was super good at the game already compared to everyone else. We were always having fun. And all these other factors weren't as big of a problem or a problem at all. So I think the casual player actually enjoyed themselves more than they ever could now. There just wasn't as much to turn them off of the game, is what I'm saying. Okay, that's it. Wow, I just talked for like 20 minutes straight. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts on this. I hope Hypixel keeps this game around and works on it. I really do think people might enjoy playing it again if a lot was changed, like I said. If you could, please leave a like on the video. Really helps the channel out. Subscribe if you are brand new. Also helps the channel out, believe it or not. Turn on the bell notification. Wow, I haven't said that in a while. Also helps the channel out. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.